and livre.
If you stop in the engine room, would you ask Parvati to send Sam down to the bridge? We're in orbit over Cascadia, Captain.
You ever been off Monarch, Mioka? Before you met the captain, I mean.
Nah, I mostly just drank and hunted.
Aren't those cakes just about the cutest little things? The dust bat casserole Mr. Raymond made smells incredible. Oh, I kind of want to take a little taste. But I'm gonna be strong. Now look how cute these cakes from Cascadia are. Someone even traced little hearts in them. I guess that settles dinner. Thanks for hauling me all over creation, Captain. Well, I was gonna, but then it hit me. I got this nice meal all planned out with music, and I got that soap to scrub up with, but I don't got nothing nice to wear, Captain. Maybe you're right, and I'm stalling a bit. But maybe I also need to, so's I can work up the courage. There's this place I heard of in Byzantium, Jolicoeur's Haberdashery. I bet I could find something nigh on perfect at a place like that. Thanks, Captain. I know I've been asking a lot.
Crew members Ellie and Max are engaged in a heated discussion. We are now in orbit above Byzantium, Captain.
Sorry, I shouldn't talk. Not without signing a waiver.
Did you have a sweetheart in Stellar Bay?
I had a fling or two, sure. But on Monarch, relationships ain't usually meant to last. A lot of fools tried to impress me, feigning bravado in the wilds, thinking they'd catch my attention with their stories. It was cute. Not so cute when their act got themselves munched. You know what's sexy? Confidence. You know what ain't? Disembowelment.
What can I do for you?
Remember that stranger I saw in the square? Shh. The one with what must have been a T&L rep. Rather well dressed and well armed.
Enough! You're standing.
I can't wait to see those outfits. What can I do?
You don't gotta be so forward about my reasons, Cap.
Let me get a good look at you. My word. Such
I am no...
nonsense. You're absolutely lovely. Chin up now. Let me do a back-of-the-envelope calculation. Love. That's the ultimate luxury, darling. Love. Oh, gracious me.
I don't get why that's funny, ma'am.
Oh, my cherub. Who woos? All right, Captain. Here is the apps. Darling, I read her measurements by eye. And don't you ask, because they're no one's business but her own. There are some things I simply cannot skimp on, darling. Now stand back. Back! I'll enter the settings and get these machines spinning. You'll be broke to bespoke in merely an hour. And there we are, my darling girl. I wish you a splendiferous evening. And if you don't mind my asking...
What? Oh, no, ma'am. All them eyes staring at me? I couldn't. No way, no how.
I wish you weren't so shy, my Violet. You truly are beautiful. I hope your day... Free. Outside Byzantium? Of course. Yes, and I'm terribly grateful you've agreed. Look, darling, I don't belong outside Byzantium any more than Anyway, I'm quite certain Byzantium wouldn't last 3 days without me. I'd return to a smoking ruin. Byzantium has lost its élan vital. Everything about this city is so... I want to make people uncomfortable the way you do. You're an outsider. You clearly don't belong in Byzantium, and yet you... I'm not some common buttonmonger, darling. I'm an artist. It's my job to make you uncomfortable. You're very welcome. What can I do for you?
Can you believe this outfit? It's so handsome, I'm almost afraid to touch it. Well, I guess that's everything then. After all this time. You know, there's a part Junlei's been looking for. To fix up the air cyclers? They only carried them on big colony ships. I know. For a while, it felt like everything I did was a little bit of help. And it meant I didn't have to ask her to be mine. Not yet. Not for real. Next time we dock with Groundbreaker, I'm doing it. I'll send June a message and... Oh, this is real scary, Captain.
Crew members Ellie and Max are engaged in a heated discussion in the kitchen.
I swear, next time we put into Groundbreaker... Oh, I'm so...
Destination reached. The Groundbreaker.
All right. Oh, my hands have finally stopped shaking. Anyhow, so I told him, Dad, I'm a big girl now. Look at me, all dressed up for once. June called me pretty.
My father and I were often at loggerheads. He had notions of how the station should be run, and I had others.
Something you need?
Captain, if you're looking for crew members Ellie or...
Okay, Captain! I feel like running laps around the cargo bay. So she got here, and, well, she sneezed. She said, "Wow, new soap?" And I was like, "Yeah, rosish." Turns out it tickled her nose. Oops. And then she just sort of touched my arm real gentle-like and called the cut of my outfit elegant. I couldn't hear the rest on account of my heart was beating so hard. She stood stock still and just said, "Oh," real soft. Oh, and let me tell you, I was sweating. And then she blinked and said, "Is that dustback casserole?" I told her how we got Mr. Raymond to bake it for us, so it was double authentic. Made by a real live monarch person. Sure was. Near best thing to homemade. When I brung out the sweetheart cakes, June, she got a little teary. Said she had a thing she needed to say. But I stopped her because I wanted to say it first. I never felt so bold, Cap. One of us has got to be. We're both... June's so reserved and I'm so shy. I worried if I never said anything, nothing would ever get said, you know? I told her about how she made me feel. Bold like I acted. Strong. Smarter and kinder than I am on my lonesome. I listed all the things, and then she pulled out a paper and read a speech. She talked about the things she admired about me, like my cleverness and my humor, and how it made her want to be more open. Anyhow, when she wrapped up, I asked her to be my girlfriend. And Captain, she said yes! And then she sneezed again, on account of the flowery soap. We talked about it some. I told her I wasn't sure how it'd work, how I've had a bad time of it in the past. It's all on your account, you know? Imagine if you'd never taken me out of Edgewater. I'd have never met Junlei at all. I don't know nothing about the Vicar's capital P plan, but you've sure changed my life. So, if you don't mind, I'm just gonna head to my cabin and happy scream into my pillow for like an hour.
We're in orbit over Cascadia, Captain.
Unit's air purity sensors are indicating a lethal level of inebriation emanating from a nearby organic source.
Please, you think this is bad? You ought to get your sensors recal. You ain't seen me drunk.
Litter collected. Reminder. Please dispose of all empty bottles in the appropriate waste receptacle, as outlined by Ordinance P51 of the Board-Certified Sub-Board of Health.
I'll dispose of you in an appropriate waste receptacle if you don't stop nagging. Used to be, you can get the best wine on Monarch here.
Dispensing body bags.
Here we go!
Body bags required. Unit performance evaluation is sterling.
You want to buy something? Word is, you want to buy...
Raps. Let's clear this sulfur-sodden fucks out so Hayes can rest.
Job classification. Flawlessly finished.
Hayes was the best self-sacrificing son of a saint I ever met. Halcyon is worse off with it. Now, if we're gonna lure the Manta Queen out, we'll need to find Rebecca and Anders. They took a UDL contract on Terra 2. We never heard from them again. Think it's time I call in a favor with Hiram. If anyone can track them down, it's him. I don't know much about it. It paid well, so they took it. They said they'd be back in a couple of weeks, and that maybe we could all use the money to get off That was... I should have. But soon after they left, and to be honest, after him, I stopped trying. I'll admit there's a certain truth to that, but every once in a while, when I realize I've lost track of the number of bottles I've hucked at a tree, maybe one night I'll reach for a bottle and find my sidearm instead, and it'll be just as comforting. The thought sobers me right up. And I don't want to be... Now, come on, let's make tracks before The caves back east are safest. We can head up this path if you want to shoot your way through a few nightmares.
Warning! Organic debris stuck in tread. Please remove organic debris from tread. Unit is ill-suited to rocky Update. Organic debris dislodged from tread.
It is a trek, isn't it? Here we go!
This area has been sanitized.
And here we are. Told you we'd make it in one piece. Station ain't too far now. Oh no. How the hell did marauders navigate the caverns? I wonder if Hiram's home.
This station's under the protection of the corporate compliance crew. You a marauder? 'Cause me and my sunshine, that's my gun if you were wondering, we don't take kindly to marauders. A coherent enough response, I reckon. Must be true. You're clear, but I would caution you against pressing on ahead. This station's plumb crawling with marauders, you know. I take it you ain't met the other C3s. Me and Sunshine are doing exactly what we've been tasked with. You ought to talk to my crew. They're guarding a small barracks to the southeast, by the edge of the mountain. There is nothing I'd enjoy more, but the C3s play it by the book. Usually. See that path that runs underneath that giant archway? Follow it on down. There's a little station near the cliff. You'll find the rest.
Here we go! Love a good fight. Hiram must have sealed the door. He's spook season.
You may not realize this being as you're an outsider, but the blaring alarms indicate the station is alarmed, which means you can't ever get to me. So leave already.
Can't? We'll see about that.
Go!
Here's the elevator, but it ain't gonna budge while this place is on lockdown. Guess we keep moving forward. Look for another way up.
tell if you're brave or simply touched in the head. What in the galaxy are you doing sniffing around my station? Unless you are in... And you, Nyoka, what are you doing lugging it?
You could use the socialization, you son of...
To what purpose? I happen to have some significant problems I am dealing with right now. Marauders, running out of purple berry wine 3 days ago, not being able to bloody broadcast... No. We'll deal with information-related business later. As I said, there are bigger problems threatening my life. The Marauders want me dead. And since my hired hands have clearly turned idle, it appears I need you to clear out the threat.
Or we can call you Hiram, on account of that's your damn name, and doubly on the account of the broker being a dumbass alternative.
What? Everyone... See, Nyoka, I barricaded the broadcast center, but I can only hold out for so long. Clear the Marauders. They destroy the transmission equipment, and the elevator and doors to the second floor are back online. Hurry before Too many, considering I hired a bunch of no-good mercs to keep them out. Already, they've caused considerable damage to the station's property. If they take down the broadcast equipment... Aside from the bids I'll be paying you, you said you wanted something from me. Something in for...
Clean, mean, and ready to kill germs.
Hey, elevators to your right. Get ready.
Required. Caution!
Everyone all right?
Marauder free at last. I'll get the door. You hurry on in.
Never thought I'd be ecstatic at having the walls painted in blood, but seeing as it's not mine, I'd say this calls for a celebration. My compliments on your improvised utilization of the fire suppressant system. I would expect nothing less from one of Nyoka's associates.
As usual, I'll take.
Of course. This ought to square our debt. One hefty payment for a highly valued service rendered. But, I admit, I do wonder why... Allow me to pose my question in another manner. Why, in the That is the primary goal behind locking myself high in a tower. Some folks don't look kindly on me being a purveyor of... delicate. Phineas must have sent you. He's the only one insane enough to send someone to Monarch to... I knew it was only a matter of time before he came a-knocking. Look, I might be late, but I've...
Oh, you do you? I have lost track of the number of beers you owe me for chasing...
SAM units never need longer than necessary to complete the job. Quick.
I take offense to that. Just, it might... Caring or not won't change the facts of the matter. I am awaiting but a single incoming transmission containing the information we desire. But MSI and the Iconoclasts are clogging the airwaves from Stellar Bay and Amber Heights. In their war against each other, they're scrambling each other's outgoing Luckily, however, MSI has now gone silent. You wouldn't know anything about that, would you? A pity. Seems I have some information on a rogue agent to hunt down. Still, we need to get the Iconoclasts off the airwaves. I will leave the means of that particular end under your discretion. Exactly what I was thinking. They hurt us all with their pettiness, which of course has inadvertently affected the incoming port and my... No, they're jamming the limited frequencies we have at our disposal. Nothing extraplanetary can get in or out until the frequency pollution thins. The safest bet is to convince Graham and his Iconoclast to stop transmitting on their end. You do that, I'll be here, waiting on the receiving end. Luck be with you. I have a feeling you'll be needing a pinch of it, plus a vat of pay. Oh, great. I love doing...
Aw. I'd normally entertain your self-aggrandizing delusions.
Important to you is not the same as important to me. Although I do recognize that you may have earned some good... Whoa, hey, there is zero need for violence in this station. Look, I'll do it.
Rebecca Hodges and Anders Wadsworth. They took a UDL contract back when Monarch went to shit, and I need to find them. I believe them to be on...
If UDL hired 2 hunters back then, it would have been for creature clearing purposes, round 1 of their Spacer's Choice out. These are the coordinates for the outpost under the last UDL contract. Now scram. And, is that a trick question? Because to answer it, you'd need to pay me. Of course, I could offer you a vastly more interesting bit of data instead. Try me. Ask me. We'll call it an... Ask me. There are so many... If you try to cite me on this, I will deny. Do you understand? What I am about to reveal is the sort of information that gets a body disappeared. MSI's ownership of Monarch is technically legal, but it would give MSI too much power on the board to grant them such status. Exactly. But you didn't hear so much as a whisper. Look. They are a curious lot. Insufferable. And short-sighted, too. Some say Graham suffers from nightmares that leave him... I would assume it stems from the friends and family he lost in Sanjar's not actually at fault for his past performance reviews, but he can keep hunting for loopholes to get back on the board for the next century. Not in his... For Nebula's sake, even with the loophole I gave him. Indeed, the information I gather usually is, or it's not worth my... You mean between MSI, the Iconoclasts, and myself? I bet neither of those megalomaniacs told you I was the... Back when the colony was still Terra 1 and corporations were abandoning us left and right, I'm the one who approached Sanjar and Graham. I offered them a legal way to take control of the planet, if MSI were the only corporation. Precisely. Without me, they never would have done more than play Revolution in hushed whispers over scuzzy kale ales in the tap. Thus, the bargain was struck. They could run MSI while I would operate Devil's Peak Station. Competing ideologies. Graham believes Sanjar has become corrupted by the corporate lifestyle, that he is now similar to the original corporate... And Sanjar has learned the hard way that Graham is quite more... Luck. Not much, admittedly. Phineas has been in hiding for the past 35 years. He got in touch with Nyoka first, who I use as a physical go-between. As far as what's between us, I mean. Outside of that, well, that's a raptidon of another. I do know there is a sharper side to the good scientist than you'd expect. If allegations are to be believed, the experiments he conducts for the greater good are in fact... I am not convinced as to the validity of these allegations, considering the source, but I am also not What? No. Why would I go out of my way to intercept messages from Earth? There's no market for them. No buyer means it's not worth my... Now, if you wanted me to intercept a certain one... How low you... I may have... Be...
Crew members Ellie and Max are engaged in a heated discussion. We are now in orbit above Edgewater, Captain. Remember that you are not in...
Purified.
I'd wagered this is the outpost. Rebecca! Anders! Come on out!
Dirt alert! Dirt alert! Resuming passive mode. Muting volume now.
Hey, take a gander. The door's busted. Rebecca? Huh. Rebecca taught me this once. You can jerry-rig these old locks so as they don't open anymore. But we've only ever done that if we're in a real bind. Oh no. Oh no. What did you do?
Sam, making blood-stained clean again.
They were... That bitch! They were all set to abandon us! What would Clara say, huh? Every day she'd ask if we heard from you. And she'd have forgiven you! The kid had a soul that made the sulfur smell like roses! Ugh. Or to leave your medallions to rot with you, but... At least I know. Ought to have learned by now that getting one's hopes up tends to open them to being dashed across the stomach. I hate to say this, but... Clara died thinking her sister was still fighting to get back home. I think I'm glad. Primals, but I hear they're all over Scylla. Let's tear a few apart, shall we? I'm sure they've got pheromones.
Some crew members are causing a disturbance on... Destination reached. Scylla.
Hey, if we wanted the board's attention, we got options. Piracy, vandalism, maybe some light arson. We want to put some fear in the board, right? Get them scared of us. I want to believe you, but the adjutant didn't seem to... You just got an audience with Sophia Conde. That's the adjutant to the chairman? If you think she's using us, why'd you give her the time of day? I know we're freelancers and all. We take work where we can find it. But we gotta be vigilant, you know? This is how the board gets you. A job here, an errand there. Before you know it, you're calling him sir and ma'am. I appreciate your time. Let's get back. Everyone all right?
Still got it!
Salutations. This unit's primary function is excavator. Owner, current active command. Negative. The presence or absence this unit achieves perfection.
This unit sounds like my old foreman.
You know, it's a crying shame that auto mechanicals can't get drunk. Or laid.
This unit has now exhausted its available. This unit is removing rock matter in search of minerals. Brevity identified. Affirmative. This unit could discuss. Thank you for your consumer loyalty. Greetings, Junior Excavator. Greetings, Junior Excavator.
That queen ain't gonna go down easy. What's up? Outstanding. These ought to be enough. Let's get back. There's an old base I used to call home. I can get us in the door, but we'll have to shoot our way through the Queen's brood to get to the center. Password to the door is Hayes' idea. Clara, Hayes, Anders, Rebecca, Opal, Nyoka. Charon. He said it was some old myth, something about death and all the things we killed. Rest of us just thought it sounded cool, so... Fucking...
Some crew members are causing a disturbance on the ship.
You're adjusting before you pull. You're anticipating it.
Of course I'm anticipating it.
Hey, Cap. Well, yesterday, Ellie and I almost got to fighting. She turned a Mike Green when I cooked up a bit of wrap for dinner. I told her she ought to toughen up. I like her. Reminds me of Rebecca. She's got a kind of spirit to her. Shit. Look at me dredging up bygone. I will.
Sometimes I can hear Vickers saying prayers to himself. Sometimes I hear him...
We're now in orbit above Fallbrook, Captain.
I say, all that screaming in the random hours of the night puts a damper on the mood.
Hey, Tess. Knock, knock.
here we go. You make it look so easy.
That was fun!
Well, this is the spot. You know, I thought I'd be angry. I thought I'd storm in here in a rage and exterminate all these bugs and everything would be all right in the end. But I ain't. I'm mostly just empty. The first night Hayes and I spent in here, we knew it was home. It's safe. It's got a nice chill to it. But mostly, Monarch folks often joke about it. Not because of the smell or the grittiness it leaves in your throat. Not because of the headaches or the coughing. It's because there's no escaping it. It's life here, and there ain't anything you can do about it. But here, somehow the sulfur never made it. The nights we spent in here felt like vacation. We hauled in steel, hired sublight folk to help. That's how we met Anders and Opal. They stuck around after our contract was up. Opal liked camping. Anders liked 4 of us for a while, scraping together what bits we could to build our home. Then came Rebecca, a sawbones out of the Cascade, and Clara, her little sister. I'll admit I wasn't keen on taking her on at first, but Hey, I got out-fucking-voted, all right? I never wanted to bring her in the first place, but the others did, and she had a head for numbers, helped us trade hides for food and materials, negotiated contracts. Clara, Hayes, Anders, Rebecca, Opal, and... Me too, Captain. But... now let's get to shooting before I get all sentimental.
Heads up! My time to shine!
Can we do that again?
I wish these were more auspicious circumstances, but at least we're all here. This bringing them together, that makes it stupid. By all accounts, we should have left well enough alone. Captain, you mind if we rest a spell before we head out? I'd like to bury Opal and Clara proper before I lay everyone's What? Why? Them's painful memories, Captain. Huh. That ain't a bad point. All right, Captain. Thanks.
Crew report. Yoka is drunk. Surprise. We've reached HRS-1084, Captain. It's emitting a very weak docking signal. I almost mislabeled it as normal etheric static.
Ain't nothing but the void here, Captain. I just as soon leave it cold, dark, and derelict. going silent. We ought to keep an eye on these autos. We poke around too much, they might wake up.
Oh, I see you have activated your holographic shroud, Captain. Excellent. Becoming indistinguishable from an authentic UDL trooper will prove advantageous to your current situation. A UDL vessel has been tracking our position and just recently docked with the station. They are patching into the station's transmission lines now. I cannot stop.
I've been waiting for this day since we tagged your ship in Cascadia, Captain. Wait, who are you? No one told me we had security forces deployed on the station already. Roger that. Just as a precaution, I'm sure you won't mind if we turn on the station security systems. Can't be too careful. We'd hate to leave this location undefended after a close call with outlaws. That should have been fixed by now. As you say, we'll just head out then. Safe travel, soldier.
The UDL gunship is undocking from the station. They appear to be departing into space.
I ought to try talking more and fighting less. Seems like it saves on ammunition. Nah.
Whoa, careful where you step.
Ever meet the people responsible for this. I'm shooting first, never asking questions.
grand does that...
Scientist, right? From Cascadia?
Captain, Felix and the Vicar are arguing again. Destination reached. The Groundbreaker. Captain, I wish to offer my commendations for convincing the UDL's gunship to leave HRS-1084. I did not favor the idea of being stripped and sold for parts. Stay safe out there.
Finally, a base of our own. Soon we'll have eyes on every corner of the system. Well done, Captain. I'll have those dismantled. You can never be too careful when moving into someone else's territory. Aside from the automated security, did you meet... Why would they leave an asset like that unprotected? Unless... Could the station be a trap? Unlikely. But possibly. I've been less than honest with you. Your assignments weren't strictly about the salvage business. You have an eye for patterns. Good. We need more contractors like you. After the Monarch job, I started connecting the dots. I didn't like the picture. Then what we found at Station 1084 confirmed my fears. You and I have stumbled onto something big. Glad to know it, Cap. Ask yourself,
Why a skeleton crew was studying that Alta Vitae gas in secret. Before we go any further, I want you to keep an open mind. You call that an open mind? Aliens. I'm talking about aliens. They're the ones responsible for the deaths at 1084, and who knows what else. We have to put a...
I knew it. Aliens from other worlds been visiting Halcyon.
At least one of your crew can keep an open mind. But this isn't some Aetherwave serial millstone. Hear me out. I'm saying it's aliens. I'm not asking you to like it. I'm not even asking you to believe it. But I need to act on this threat to the colony, and I can't do...
Right. I'm done. I'm officially tuning you out until such time as I hear the words payment and/or...
Damn, she's serious. Tragic, ain't it? What age?
The crew is skeptical. That's good. I don't want you walking into the unknown with blind... You took that better than I... Dr. Chartrand is the crooked psychopath behind the gas experiments. She sold out her species. I need you to put...
No questions asked, boss? I like your style.
This keycard will get you through the front door of her Byzantium estate. Don't ask how I got it. You might not like the answer. By now, the other side knows what you're doing. Don't trust anything Chartrand says. She's compromised down to the bone.
C&P chicken and potatoes. At C&P, we know our C&P. Bristol long apple cider. A hard cider for a hard life.
Hey, Bounty. I'd like to be up.
So if I say I'd like to report a crime, you gotta listen to me. I should lead with that next time I'm in trouble.
Did you actually have something to report? Now then. You need...
What can... Chief Junlei Tennyson. Her They're... Get some... Oops! That's what...
Some crew members are causing a disturbance of... We are now in orbit above Byzantium, Captain.
How may I be of assistance?
If we took apart and sold this place, bet we'd get a year of food out of it. Ugh. Lab coats make me nervous. Experiments always go wrong.
That's far enough. What are you doing here? How did you even get inside? Hagen? I've never heard of her. Is she from the board? My what conspiracy? Let's talk about this. Please, I think there's been a... If you came looking for some elaborate scheme, it isn't here. All I'm doing is...
What are you doing, Doctor? This information is beyond classified.
You can write me up in your report. It hardly matters. I'm researching a new way to feed the colony. The crops we transplanted from Earth don't give us the nutrients we need. Our colonists might not realize it yet. The food we grow here barely sustains human life. The colony won't last under these conditions. So, I believed that I could adapt humans to live on Halcyon's terms. That I could change us. Give us the ability... Look around. We're the only intelligent aliens in Halcyon.
Wrong. We got eyewitness reports. I'd show you myself, but I left my copy of Thrilling Tales back in my bunk.
This isn't some adventure tale from a... Not for lack of trying. I wanted to save them. There are other teams. We didn't want to experiment on human test subjects, so we used the only resource. I'm desperate. I've already asked all the best institutes on Earth for help. Years ago, we sent a message out. You came to kill me. I assume that's still on the table. If I die, there's no one who can reproduce our work. Every sacrifice will have been for nothing. And we'll...
You know how I feel, boss. If you're a cog in the corporate apparatus, your face is pretty much fair game.
Everything I did was for the good of the colony.
Look, cold-blooded murder ain't easy on my spirits. But this... all this research, all these experiments...
I hope you know what you're doing, Captain. The one on the wanted posters? They say he's an... I'll do it.
Doctor!
What choice do I have, Commander? For the last time, no. I need to get out of here. Phineas can contact me when he's ready to work together. For now, I'd better pack up the lab and head somewhere discreet.
Not so fast. Captain, what you just learned is beyond your clearance. Hell, it's beyond mine. Give me one reason why I should let you walk out of here alive. Damn, that's a real good one. Now move along. The doc has a lot of work ahead of her, tidying up and such.
I hope Dr. Wells has the resources to handle this project.
If you stop in the engine room, would you ask... We've arrived at the groundbreaker. I believe your choice to spare Chartrand would be considered the honorable path, yes? Sublight's money is inconsequential in the face of ethics. Good luck, Captain.
Is it done? Well, damn. Contractor grew a conscience. As your employer, I'm both angry and disappointed. I'll add that to your file. Technically, I owe you an exit interview. Care to justify your betrayal of our species, or are we finished here? You're awfully quick to trust someone who offed her colleagues and called it a good start. Out of my office. We're done.
The thanks we get for showing a little integrity.
I like her, Captain. Let's go before we have to paint this office with her blood.
Time for you to move along. You keep lingering like this, I'm bound to get nervous.
I believe I hear Felix and Parvati discussing the latest Aetherwave serial. We're in orbit over Cascadia, Captain.
I ought to mention, the Iconoclasts are loyal folk. Treat them right, they'll do the same. Turn on them, they'll open fire without a second thought.
This place wasn't half so pretty in the serials.
Thumbs? Starve?
No, all I'm saying is she gotta be more careful throwing away lives like that.
A Manta Queen.
Yeah, we felled it, mind. But we lost 2 runners and 5 gun hits.
A stranger comes to our home. If you're looking for a path to walk, you've found one. If you're looking for a teacher, I am. The truth that I have come to learn and embrace since shedding the corporate yoke. Out here, we survive by the sheer strength of our spirit. We have no need for the endless rules.
We do seem to burn through endless ammunition and medical tape, though.
Yes, well, such is life. Our descendants will enjoy safety and luxury, but our generation is the foundation now. Awakening is available to all whose minds are ready to accept it. The point of no return. When your mind fully opens to the eternal truth, for many it is the first brush with the cold of death, when they realize that all of their lives have boiled down into the single truth. Mine was witnessing my friend and colleague transform into the very evil we sought to combat. Now he runs MSI just like the Overlord. I suppose that's one way to look at it. Another is that misfortune often brings opportunity. Ah, the eternal. We are all part of the consciousness of the you and I, and the rats and the mantis swarms. Divinity is in us all, and the everyone, regardless of ability to believe, is another facet of the universe contemplated. Not in the sense of a single entity, fashioning the universe as a whittle. The universe came into being over time, organically, naturally, and with that, in that sense, I suppose you could say that, in the interest of finding its purpose, the universe...
Whoa. I think I just felt my brain kick into a higher gear.
If it were only that easy, my delightfully eager friend. You've taken but one step on our long and arduous, but ultimately... Go ahead. All right.
I heard about you. You're trying to change the colony, right? Transform...
Right you are, my boy. Soon every man, woman, and child will experience... The Iconoclasts are free folk. We live under our rules, motivated by our... Meanwhile, the board strangles the will of its workers. It is the penultimate exercise of a poisoned society where people are enslaved by a corporate... We seek to replace their way of life with ours. This is not anarchy. Society requires structure, Captain. It is just that the board's structure is killing the colony. I'm sorry. As long as it's been, I'd still rather not. It's fine. Perhaps someday I'll be strong enough to recall that tragedy, but... Why have you come? All right. Why have you come? Stop. No. Spreading the truth is the only way to combat the board's poisonous camp. They can't be everywhere at once. Surely there are radios that still catch our message here and there. Surely...
Graham. We should be focusing on survival anyway. Food, ammo, and medicine.
Pivot, huh? If radio isn't working, we might try another way. It seems the captain's timing is more than just serendipitous. It must be fate. I've had my sights on an old printing press for some time. The board uses magazines and advertisements to subtly focus the colony's attention. We will use their tricks against them.
Wait, that's not what I meant.
Help me clear out and repair the press, and I will have no need for that rust bucket of a radio tower.
Some of us actually read those periodicals, boss. Gotta be acquainted with the enemy's propaganda and what all. Dissident Hunter, of course. On the other hand, Agent Khan is a fine work of culture.
You see, citizens of Halcyon are glued. Even I find myself occasionally distracted by their positively shameful quality of editing and unacceptable disregard for grammatical structure. My literary prowess will hook them, and the eternal truth will reel them in. Listen to me. I'm starting to sound like one of Sanjar's fishermen. Wonderful. I requisitioned replacement rollers for it some time ago. Huxley should have delivered them yesterday. Speaking of which, where is Huxley?
You bought rollers? You haven't even cleared the wraps out yet. What are you doing wasting bits on... Forget it. Huxley's still recovering.
It seems we're out a runner. If you intend to help our cause, I'll ask you to meet our MSI supplier in her stead.
So you're her mysterious savior. She sings your praises.
That girl and her songs, so eager to learn, so bright-eyed, so... One of our sympathizers, a woman named Carlotta, periodically buys goods on our behalf from Stellar Bay. Stellar Bay has caught on, but they remain friendly, though the goods now come at a... She meets us in the ruins of Bayside Terrace. From our compound, follow the road north. Wonderful. While you're at it, I wonder if Carlotta still has those high-capacity cartridges? Grab a few, will you? There should be some funds left over from the last shipment. We can use them to copy and modify radio serials. Yes, not just magazines, but their precious dramas.
Unbelievable. I hope I don't have to tell you this, but if there is extra money, would you mind buying, I don't know, food and medicine? Graham, if you need me, I'll be in triage.
Infamous Amber Heights.
The folks in Amber...
Hey, I know you. Boss says you've been real helpful, like. But, we got this handled. We appreciate... That's my nice way of telling you to... We're fixing a leaky generator. What's it to you? Right. Carlotta. Yeah, she's inside. We got first rights, though. Soon as we fix that generator, she's... About as long as it takes you to... I don't know what your angle is, but... All right. Be sure to tell her how hard it was to fix the generator.
Great work.
Quiet. Hello? Relax. I've been cooped up. Who are you? Oh, finally! Tell Sanjar's declared a stop sale to you lot, but even if he hadn't, I'm not risking...
I don't know how you got those goons to leave. Graham ordered rollers and whatsits, right? For a printing press? Like I said, this is my last run. You'd have to ask him. All I know is that if I... It's an enviable thing he's doing. Free people and all that. I can't live that way. I need my structure. But I respect the iconoclasts for... Law help them. I don't know. Maybe Sublight can lend a hand. I should go. Look, Graham's got a bit or two left in his account. I can send one last dropout before I wash my hands of it. What do you want to live? I always took that woman for the sensible type. Good on her. I'll send some along. Give them all my regards. And good luck out there. Don't go getting eaten.
I hear you're into Graham's philosophist hogwash, Felix.
Yeah, if by philosophist hogwash you mean the virtues of enlightened anarchy.
Organization separates us from the animals. You ever seen a rat play plumbing? You see sprats running around building roads? Maybe...
I'm telling you, the Van Noys are...
Bullshit, Graham. They don't just abandon orders, and they weren't at the ruins. Where in this sulfur-sodden hellhole did you send them?
They're on a very important... welcome back, Cap.
Thank the Eternal that someone's got some sense in their head. Carlotta usually schedules the next drop during the meeting. When
That is... This cuts off one of our only 2 supply lines on Monarch. Sanjar, old friend, you're about to cross a dangerous line.
About to? That...
We will deal with his subversion later. For now, we must redouble our efforts to spread the truth to the colony.
The print... Oh no.
I've already sent a team ahead to scout the press. One of our best. Meet them there and find out if they've been successful.
You sent the Van Noys there, didn't you? Oh, for fuck's sake, Graham! We needed them in the ruins! Our people died out there!
They went willing to fight for our cause. We need reinforcements. We need new recruits. The Van Noys saw the printing facility with the same...
The hell's the sense in recruiting if you're just gonna get them killed?
I have the utmost confidence in their abilities. Friends, we must have faith that the men and women we recruit...
This is worth bickering over. The iconoclasts can't keep their heads in the ground forever, or they're going to... Look, just... If the Van Noys are still alive, get them out of there. With Sanjar pressing the issue like...
Felix, overheard you listening to Tossball.
What was that? What was that?
Heard
something. What was that? What was that? Gotta take a look.
Hey, it's the twins. Surprised you two needed backup.
Ah! I'm gonna sell your shit for beer money!
Nyoka! You're a sight right now, I'll tell you what. We are up a creek.
I bet. You really come this far north for a printing press?
Yeah, I know, but that's the mission. Don't suppose y'all are busy, right? Thank the Eternal. But we can't leave without patching these guys up. Acker here is bleeding. Our medic has got our trauma kit, but we got separated. We ain't seen him in a couple of hours. Yeah, on account of giving him the order. He's searching the old settlement to the north of the press.
Everyone all right?
Any luck out there? Oh, fuck. Well, that's better than nothing.
It's all in the wrist. You gotta show me how you did that. You know, Nyoka, between you and me, we know all there is to know about Monarch.
What makes you say that?
Well, you got your life experience as a hunter, and I've memorized every episode of Terror on Monarch.
Oh, Terror on Monarch's a riot.
If you'll just listen...
No, no more listening, no more preaching. We are losing people left...
Enough, Zora. I'm not putting the torch to innocent people. Do you want to bring the board's cruisers and gunships down? Captain, apologies, but our situation grows dire. Our people...
Did you find the van? Thank you.
We're one step closer to bringing the truth to every man, woman... For now, you can tell Hiram that I'll stop using Devil's Peak. From the pits of our eternal souls. Thank you, Captain. I have much to do. Articles to write, sermons to ponder. We live in such an exciting...
Hey, I need to see to the wounded, but drop by the clinic when you can. I want a word.
Nyoka!
Must have been nice, throwing off the shackles of your...
Do you hear that? It's the blessed sound of radio silence, which leads me to believe you have sweet, sweet news for me. Yes, indeed. But before we get down to it, might I ask how you handle...
Does it matter?
Is that so? I don't know how. The two are diametrically opposed and impossible to please. But it matters not how you fix my problem. I don't doubt that you are working with Phineas, but my contract specifies I relay any acquired information to the purchaser, and to the purchaser alone. However, to send the data, I will need your assistance in cycling the antenna's receiver, so I can input the needed adjustment. You make it sound so scant. Phineas has been in hiding for the past 35 years. He got in touch with Nyoka first, who I...
Now you...
Precisely. Oh, don't be ridiculous. We're resetting a broadcast tower, not filing taxes. There are no errands, spreadsheets, or rituals. It's simple, truly. I merely need you to waltz outside and throw the lever to cycle the power. I'll key in the numerical adjustments from in here. Terrific. I'll be here, waiting with bated breath. Give a shout if the panel electrocutes you.
Hell of a job.
Staying out of sight.
Testing 1, 2, check, check. Sweet stars. But that is a beautiful sound. Can you hear? Oh, and I also dispatched Phineas his data. Impatient prick. Worse, I'm now in... Now I'll kindly thank you to get out of my tower. There's no need to assert your dominance. I doubt I could make you do anything you don't wish to. Look, I am well aware that at times I may have the tiniest iota of a prickly exterior. But, as Nyoka can attest, I do not form attachments.
Why, he told us to leave without flinging insults at our persons. He really does like you, Captain.
Boss, you seen this?
Black holes? Did you see that? Look, there's not enough room in this tower for two sarcastic hullheads, so one of us has to knock it off. Right. I reckon we both know... Oh well, a pity for the crew. Hiram? Can you hear me? Did you see that? Architect, save me from swindlers and fools. Sanjar, what are you bloody doing on my channel? Did MSI, or did MSI not cease... Yes, but... Hiram. Hiram, are you there? Not without a physical contact waiver. Ah, the good captain. The truth brings us together once more. Our salvation has come crashing through the stratosphere. We need only collect its weapons. Ah, I see you learned nothing while dealing with these buffoons. We could use the gunship's armaments to defend Stellar Bay, but we... Our message is so close to breaking free of this planet and spreading to the stars. Help us secure that module and we will save our... Listen, I don't care a single whit what you do, so long as you leave me out of it. Which means, get off my void damn channel! I'm more than finished with you lot.
We're the best there ever was. Looks like we're doing this! Alright, here we go! Oh, that's the last of him!
You go on ahead. I'll just wait out here.
Yeah, me too. You have fun, Captain.
Hello, my name's Jen. I'm the chief engineer on this gunship, and I'd like to let the record show that our captain is a total fucking hullhead. I told him again and again that without fixing our regulators, spinning up the engines are going to blow through our coils and we'll go flying off in a completely random direction. Well, here we are. Thinking we'll hit soil in about 30 seconds. This is your chief engineer signing off for what is probably the last time. It's a shame you can't see this middle finger I'm holding up, because I'm doing it as hard as I can.
So tell me, what do you eat when you're out exploring? It's trail rations, right?
No, that stuff will turn your stomach purple.
What? But I love trail rations. Where's those...
The gunship. Have you mount its guns to our walls or the walls of Stellar Bay. The board is coming, Captain, and these weapons will defend... Yes. My, how we've grown. From one disgruntled employee and his All right. Before all this, I was a writer for MSI's product catalog. It was the certainty with which That came much later, after Sanjar had taken over. I'd known a little about philosophism on the fringes of society, and as I learned more, I found that I was already the freedom it teaches. The gunship. At last. Now we must secure the Stellar Bay landing pad. We will fortify the city against the board's assault.
I'm all for fighting the board and all, but... Oh, shit. Just don't shoot too many of my drinking buddies in there, alright?
No. Our hearts have long since closed to one another. This is it. Let us save this planet once and for all. The time has come to fight for the truth.
Just getting started. Yeah, that's what you get. How we fucking doing?
always wanted to visit Stellar Bay. Taking the sights, the sounds, Wait, what's that smell?
You'll get used to it. Give it 10 or 15.
Here they come!
I thought this would be... Sanjar's death is... surprise. But I mustn't let that distract me from our victory. We can now take our true...
The boss said it best. Whatever it takes to liberate Halcyon from the board...
Your enthusiasm is... and save it we shall. With every step we take forward, the board's time... For the moment, we will recuperate. Collect ourselves and our resources. Know if ever you find yourself in need of a favor, you may call upon your...
Hey.
Captain, if you're looking for crew members Ellie or Felix, we have successfully arrived at Phineas's orbital lab, Captain, and we are still in one piece. Shall I congratulate myself, or would you like to?
I'd clap you on the shoulder if I weren't behind a wall of bulletproof glass. I don't know how you did it, but Hiram Blythe just sent me According to Hiram's message, Minister Clark has ordered a suspicious amount of dimeth. Typical elitist, hoarding supplies during a time of scarcity. Once I have those chemicals, we can revive. So, good news. You're going to Byzantium. Oh, I understand it must seem impossible to you. Infiltrate Byzantium, the crown jewel of the colony, steal a batch of rare chemicals from a heavily guarded... In order to do the impossible, you must first divide it into a series... Ah, yes, the details. I'm not about to ask you to rampage through Byzantium trading bullets with the board's agents. Carmen Imagawa. She's my contact in Byzantium. Meet her at the docks. She'll have all the necessary intelligence you require. I'm giving you my old nav key to Byzantium. You'll need it to land in the Golden City. Remember, you're looking for dimethyl sulfoxide. Big green bubble... You can trust her if that's what you're asking. Imagawa is the finest special agent in Byzantium. Of course. What's on your... You absolutely sure? The adjutant must have sent you some kind of tracking code. If you don't use it, I think you should use the code and send a corrupted tracking signal. The board's going to catch up to me sooner or later. This way I'll have time to set up some Use my communications terminal to corrupt the tracking signal, while the board busies themselves trying to decipher... That should do it. You've bought me more than enough time.
Crew report. Bioka is drunk. You have a message from Adjutant.
I'm impressed, Captain. Unfortunately, Dr. Wells found a way to corrupt the signal before we could pinpoint his location. Still, come visit me in Byzantium. We need to have a talk. Transmissions are so impersonal.
Adjutant Akande has ended her call. Rather rudely, if I might say, considering